NFL on the Run podcast. The project is co-financed by the European Union.
Hello, I'm Mara Arvai from Hungary, from Szeged. I'm representing JOPA, Youth for Participation Association. And this episode will be about emotional intelligence, which is absolutely important topic to our young people that we work with in daily basis. I have two beautiful guests, one of them from Italy and other one from Serbia. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, hi Mara, and thank you for this opportunity. My name is Alessandro Sammartin. I come from Valdagno, a city in the north of Italy, and I work in the theatre field. I am an actor, a director, and an event organizer, but above all I focus on education through theatre practices, and I find great satisfaction in working with young people. I manage an association, a cultural association named Livello 4, Level 4, in Italy, and I'm here to talk with you.
Thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you, Mara. Thank you, Alessandro. Hello, everyone. I'm Sara. I'm from Belgrade, from Serbia. I'm representing our organization from Serbia, Daj mi ruku. The name of English is Give Me Your Hand. I'm a member of project team and volunteer in the same time. Our organization has a project like older brother, older sister. During that project, we are like personal assistant, but we are not that. We are just like support to our kids in the project.
During our project, we explored that emotional intelligence is one of the most important area when we work with young people because they react on all things what we are doing. And their reaction sometimes can be surprising, and a lot of times even they feel challenged themselves just because they don't understand their own reactions. They are young people. A lot of them are in a teenagerhood, slowly becoming adults. This is not an easy period either regarding emotional intelligence. Your organizations we explored that have really nice examples, methods, tools, case studies regarding how you support young people in such type of situations when emotional intelligence is very important and young people feel really, really emotional. So if I can ask you just to share your practice, how you support young people in handling their all emotions. Alessandro, if I can give you the voice.
The honor of start. But obviously I agree. It's true. It's a difficult time for dealing with emotions, especially for young people. Adolescence is the worst part of life, which have a communication to the inner self is not simple. And theater is, for me, the way to have a space, a place where you can deal with emotions and find something about yourself that you didn't know. And generally in my workshop, I focus on building a final performance that is based on the student proposals. So the participants are the protagonists of the course. And I put myself at their service, creating a safe environment where they can be free to feel, to express themselves, and trying to find something about what they are, what they feel. And the work I present is personal and collective at the same time. And it's about facing our limits and accept every risk. Because I think that if we don't risk to fall down, we cannot learn to fly. So there's always a risk in expressing yourself, but it's necessary to grow up, I think. So in these years, I met so many people and I realized that we don't have a consciousness of what we feel or what we are as human beings. And we need to name every situation that we feel, because if we don't, things can be dangerous for everybody. And so this is the work we do with exercises with the body, for example, and using the voices, and also staying in a group, learning how to be part of a community.
In my youth work field, when I work with young people, a lot of times I have this challenge that when I'm asking young people to name their emotions. They don't find the words. They are not able to say a name of an emotion. They are using different descriptions or saying a situation instead of say out loud that, for example, I'm angry. Do you have a similar situation?
Yes, of course.
How do you support this process? Do you have any good example or method that
Yes.
you could share regarding
For example,
that?
not using words, because it can be challenging, but words cannot help us everywhere in any situation. And body is the place we can be always sincere, and we can try to discover this chaos that we have inside, moving the body and let them go without control. Because I think the big problem in this moment is the power of mind. We have enormous brain. Everything happens in our heads. And it's not true. We are bodies in movement in the world every day. And so we have to get know each other, me and my body, to discover something important and to find the balance that can be useful for me and also to create a good relationship with others. And for example, I want to explain this little exercise I always do. That is a movement exercise because motion and emotion are related, obviously. And it involves dancing while you are blindfolded. So I ask the students, the participants, to take a blindfold and cover their eyes and take a position in the room, obviously. And then, thanks to a music, we enter in a guided dance of various parts of the body. For example, now the dance is in the head, now in your hand, your right hand. Now every part of the body moves, and try to find an instinctive, tribal, animalistic movement, not a codified dance, a static one, obviously, but something very rough. And this is something very interesting because music is powerful to connect us with the emotion, you know? And if you don't see, if you don't have eyes to see and judge what you see and what you are doing, you can go on and let it go more easily.
Regarding what you have said, could you share a story about a young person that you feel that through this activity or a similar one, you were able to support something in him or her or there?
Yeah, it happened something very special for me last month in a workshop. I have this boy who is autistic and is very present. He loves to be part of the group, but all in his brain, everything is words and words and words, and he's stiff. His body is very blocked. And so I tried this exercise and he cried. He cried, and I see that the first 2 minutes of the music, he was still, no movement, even though the others were animal in the room, and he was blocked with no motion. And then a little bit, he started moving and he discovered the freedom he was feeling, and then he cried. So it was very useful for him. And then we talk about it, and I think that changed him.
I think it maybe really could support him to step out of a border or a limit what he had before. And maybe this activity with movements, music, with blindsided, but really let it free, it helped him maybe to make a big, huge step in his life, I suppose, to let his emotions just to come out.
Also because that all this work that is obviously internal and personal, then you share it with the group. And so it becomes a family, a part of your path. And another thing interesting in this exercise is that at a certain point, I say, if you want, you can dance with all your body and also use your voice. I just say, use your voice. And they scream and laugh and cry and everything. It's an explosion of energy. As a guide, I need to be prepared to manage it and not to lose control of myself. Obviously.
And of course, it's not only the explosion of energy, but explosion of all emotions.
Yeah.
Then the young people I really need a very well prepared facilitator to go through in this process. Thank you, Alessandro.
Thank you.
Sarah, darling, let's listen what your organization do to support young people regarding their handling their emotions?
Yeah, it's very important for us. But throughout our project, we work on developing important skills, both students and kids. And our focus is on building self-confidence, self-awareness, decision-making, personal responsibility, for example, teamwork and conflict resolution. We are preparing students for participation in the projects. These topics are introduced in the very beginning during special preparation sessions. In the initial workshops, students learn about assertive communication, for example, the application of attachment theory in work with kids, and something like technical preparation for the project. Throughout the project, students also have opportunity to speak up these topics with our support group, and child or young people the first time heard about that in conversation with their students, their volunteers actually. And as the project progresses, we have workshops about that. And at that workshops, we just talk about self-confidence, self-awareness, conflict resolution. And that is the way to help both students and child to better understand that and better apply that, actually.
Could you please explain a bit the situation more concretely? What you mean when you are speaking about student and what you mean when you are speaking about children? What is the project all about?
Okay. Older brother, older sister. We are like older brother and older sister. We just like, you have kids who don't have older brother or sister, and we're there like a role model for kids. And we try to give our best for that and to show how you can do everything with good organization, time organization, for example. Or
okay. Yeah. So in this example situation, let's use you. You are the older sister.
Yeah.
And so you are the student or volunteer, older young person, let's say like this. And then when you refer to child, then this is your smaller sister, younger sister.
Yes,
something like this.
Sister, yeah. Or I worked with younger brother usually, and I really like to work with.
Can I ask you to explain the whole project through your eyes? What you do? It's like a concrete example that we can understand.
Yeah.
Because it's really interesting how you explain the structure. But it would be nice to get a concrete example through you as a young person.
Yeah. Before the project, we have preparation for the project, and we just learn about these topics. After that, we have 2 workshops at the school, and that is first meeting with kids. On first one, we just talking about interesting topics. Something like, what do you want to do for your life? What do you like? Which color is your favorite? And something like that. Or which sports club you like. In Serbia, we have Crvena Zvezda and Partizan. Yeah, it's very important. And on second one, we just make a pair. 1 child, 1 student. And oh my God, for me, it's very emotional.
That's good.
Yeah, because it's like destiny actually, and you have young brother, you get that, and you can speak with them. What do you want? You have to be a role model. Yeah, that's true. You have to be a good student. You have to be good volunteer. You can't smoke, for example, drink alcohol in their near, but you can in your life. Yeah, but if I smoke, I try to speak with kids that is very bad behavior or something like that. And yeah, I take kids to my universities, for example, stadium, museum. And yeah, this is very beautiful stuff in my life, actually.
How I see exactly that you have real strong emotional connection.
Yeah.
To your younger brother, who is not your real life younger brother, but it's like a destiny, as you said. Yeah. You got him into your life to be his supporter. May I ask you that if you want to share or not, just say out loud, why your younger brother needs you?
He lives in traditional family and he can't speak with his mother or father about football or about something new, like about trends of,
So their family background is a bit conservative?
Yeah. Actually, it's like we worked with Muslim kids and we have another cultural between us, and he can speak with their father about, I don't know, TikTok, Instagram, I don't know, famous YouTuber at Serbia and something like that. And we always spend time together and speak about everything. He is a football player, for example, and the best thing in our relationship was when we was on stadium at Maracana. We have first workshops after initial, and we on that workshop speaking about what do you want to do during the project. Everyone said that want to go to the stadium Maracana. Okay, what we can do for that? Okay, we just organized that, and I have photos from there, and this is truly clearly emotional on that photo.
So how I understood the project itself, what you represent on behalf of your organization, it has the main goal that provide more experienced young people who are prepared in a preparation time to be like a mentor or like such type of providing emotional support and like maybe other type of support as well for younger kids with fewer opportunities, like having some obstacles in their life based on religion or based on culture. And then it means that it's like a mutual support, how I see right now, because as you explained in your example, that you are prepared for being a volunteer, being a supporter, a mentor of someone, being an older sister of a younger brother. And this is already needed to be a well-prepared preparation emotionally as well. And on the other hand, I think like participating in this project, both of you can benefit mutually, emotionally from this project, as like supporting each other in such type of case that then it means that you can learn a lot of self-confidence, and in the same time your younger brother can really explore such type of things, discuss about such type of emotions that maybe he wouldn't have possibility in his direct surrounding. So this is really a nice example regarding emotions. And you became really emotional as well, I mean, while you were speaking about. So it's really linked to emotional intelligence. Thank you very much, Sarah. And for the last round, I just would like to ask from you. Now we could really listen really emotionally touching examples and stories from your practice. During this project, did you hear any tips and hints from each other? What you believe that maybe you can adapt to your theater educational activities or to your older brother, older sister project back at home?
I'm listen when you, Alessandro, talk. And I heard that I noticed the biggest problem actually that you can say what you're feeling. And I really like your exercise for that you can't say it.
You can talk at all.
Yeah.
Silence, just
Yeah.
no words. It's not useful.
And I think that we can use it in Serbia because we have a little problem to show your emotion. And
not only in Serbia.
Yeah. And yeah, we can use it, for example.
Thank you, Alessandro.
Yeah, I found very fascinating what you tell us today. And I think this kind of peer education is very interesting to adopt because you have these young people that needs models from the adults, from us, but also can be models for other younger people. And this is about responsibility. This is about taking care of someone else. And this is very, very important.
Thank you very much for this interesting discussion, Alessandro and Sarah.